Hi, my name is Tasha. Okay, I'm not going to get into too much because I hate when people come on here and they start talking about stuff that's not relevant. So this is more of a rant than a video. So I'm trying to look at the right way. Anyways, um, I struggle with confidence, and I mean, look at me, acne scars. I used to have bad acne, so it took me a while to like get confidence. I just want to say that to y'all, so y'all know when I'm saying that I struggle with confidence, I'm not sugarcoating. Like a lot of people say that, but then they've never been like not confident. They always been confident. Like they always had something working with them, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just want to let you know I have. Okay, people with acne, you know, it'll get you. You might act confident, but the acne gonna eat you up. It is. So long story short, I just want to give y'all some tips and explain my tips as to why these tips help me with my confidence. And I'm still working on it, but I'm way better. So if you see me looking off camera, because I have a paper, I also have bad memory, so I wrote it down. So, yep, the first one. Understanding where your problem started and what stemmed that problem. Like, okay, we can all say, oh, seeing people who are prettier than me making me unconfident. Like, they have blue eyes, and, you know, I always wanted blue eyes. Or they had, like, this pretty curly hair, and I always wanted this pretty curly hair. Or they've always been skinny, and I want to be skinny. But what is the root? Why did you want to be skinny? Did someone say you were fat? Did you just look at pictures online and say, oh, like that kind of looks better than my body? How did it start? Like, not why, but how? Did someone break you down? Like, did someone say you're not cute? Did someone say you're fat? Did someone say your eyes are ugly? Like, what really happened? That's why a lot of people think when they say, oh, it started because, you know, I was just looking at this girl and I'm like, oh, she's really pretty. She's really skinny. No, it started because you started hating your weight. It didn't start with you seeing the girl. It may have came to your attention when you started seeing people who are skinny, but the stem is, it started where it really started is you were not happy with your weight. Yeah, you seen the girl and you were like, okay, she's really skinny. Like her body is nice. Like I want that body. That's not where it started. That's where it came to your attention. Where it started is when you started thinking you were fat or overweight or whatever you call it in your own personal opinion. So you seeing that skinny girl is not where it started. That's when it was brought to your attention. But you thinking your weight was too much or not your ideal weight is really where it started. That's really where it started. And what stemmed it? Did you just look at yourself and go, oh, I'm kind of big? Or did someone feed into your ear? Because y'all know back in the early 2000s, it was a big thing to be skinny. A big thing, like, and it still is. It still is a big thing. Like, everybody thinks being plus size is the greatest thing. Yeah, it's the ideal type of look now, but being skinny will still always be the ideal type of look in some way, fashion, or form. You know? So, yes, being thick is the new it, but being skinny is still there. You feel me? So that's what I want y'all to understand. Understand where it came from. Not when you seen that one girl picture or that one guy's picture or that one person's picture and you was like, oh, I want that body. No. What made you think your body was not good enough? That's the question. That's what you need to break down. That is what you need to break down. That brings me into my last tip. For now, my last tip. I'm going to come back with more. But for now, my last tip is separating your culture with standards and self-love. You have to. You have to. I'm going to speak from my experience because I'm Black. I don't know nothing else. So when you're watching this, just apply it to your own self. Like if you're Asian, apply it to your culture. If you're Hispanic, apply it to your culture. If you're white, apply it to your culture. I'm applying it to my culture because I'm Black. I ain't experienced nothing else, but I'm giving y'all an example. So for instance, Black people, our big thing, like we have different views. Like, okay, some Black people are like, okay, being skinny is a thing. But the main thing in Black culture is having hips. Skinny or not, having hips. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, so if I'm giving y'all an example using my culture, yes, I can understand, okay, my culture really loves hips. Like, that's our ideal is, hips. But at the end of the day, if I ain't got hips, should I hate myself? No. I love my culture. Like I told you, I love my culture. I love my people. But I will love myself more. And if they're my people, they will not break me down. So if you know, trying to have an intellectual conversation with somebody and they bring up that, like, oh, this is our culture. Loving yourself is more important than culture. It is more important than standards. So you're telling me I should live by my culture? Because if we all lived by our culture, none of us would have a single mind of our own. Let's be real. None of us would have a single mind of our own. So if we decide to go based off our culture and standards, none of us will have a single mind. And standards are important. Yes, the standards are very, very important. But your standards, okay? Do not live by nobody else's standards. Because it's just not gonna work out like that. It's not gonna work out like that, y'all. So I just want to say that, like, your standards are important, yes, but you don't have to live by everybody else's standards. That's why I said culture and standards. You don't have to live by nobody else's standards. You don't. You really don't. So if you want to be skinny for yourself. Not because being perfect would be skinny. If you want to be big for yourself. Not because being big is being perfect. You know? So yeah, the main points here, understand where your problems started and where they come from. Like, where did it start? Who made you feel fat? Did you make yourself feel fat? Okay, why did you make yourself feel fat? If who made you feel like you're too skinny, why? So when you get that stem and that problem where it really started, then you can really tackle it. Like for example, if your sister was gaslighting you and sit here saying, oh, you're too big, you need to be skinny, or you're too small, you need to gain some weight. That's your sister. She's not going to live your life. She's not going to go through what you go through. She's your sister. Yes, you can love her, but you are not living. You're not living for your sister. You're not. You're living for yourself. If you were living for your sister would be the same person. You're not living for your sister. Sorry to tell you that, babe, but you're not. She can be important and you can take her advice, but you don't have to follow it. You don't. Separate love and being a lapdog, basically. Yeah. And the second one, like I said, understanding being perfect was created by somebody who's insecure. If we all in the same boat and we all insecure, what I look like taking your advice? Like, yeah, I can listen to your advice, but I don't have to follow it. Just like y'all watching this video, you don't have to follow my advice. Y'all don't have to. If you don't want to, that's cool. But like I was saying, understanding that self-love is more important than anything. My mom can come to me and she can say, Tasha, you need to, like, let me see. What would be a good example? Because I've been using weight, but I'm trying to make it different. So like, oh, Tasha, you should have blonde hair instead of brown. Like, my hair is blonde now, but it was pink and green. Anyway, it's not the point. The point is, yeah, I can be like, Mom, I love you. And you can listen to her advice. You don't have to follow it. You can hear her, but you don't have to follow it. Yes, it's your mom. Respect your mom, love her. But that is your mom. That is not you. If y'all were meant to live the same life, y'all would be the same person. You see what I'm saying? Self-love. If your culture makes you feel like you want to muted every day because you're not skinny or big enough or you don't look a certain way, if your culture is making you feel like you muted, oh no, separate yourself. Anything that makes you feel like you should muted, separate yourself. Even if it's your family, I know y'all don't like cutting your family off. You don't have to cut them off. Cutting them off is completely not talking to them ever again. Y'all can just push them to the side. Not talk to them as much. Y'all used to hang out every Thursday. Don't have to hang out every Thursday no more. You know? Until you can get that point in your life where you're not listening to nobody because of what they think, y'all should not be together. If they belittle you, y'all have to be together every day, every week. You can always check and be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, that's good. You're doing really well? Okay, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on the baby. Yeah, I heard, yeah. Oh, do I want to hang out? No. No. And that's okay. And if they can't respect the fact that you don't want to hang around them because they're disrespecting you, and if they try to sit here and gaslight you and make you think that they're trying to be helpful, tell them they could have said it better. Tell them they can word their words better and watch how they react. If they blow up, they're not mature enough to understand where they're wrong. If they're like, okay, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that I'm worried about your health. If they can't do that, If they blow up at you instead of saying something like that, oh yeah, cut it off. Until you can better yourself and until I can better myself, we should separate. And there's nothing wrong with space. There's nothing wrong with boundaries. There's nothing wrong with respect. You have to get it. And you don't have to keep putting your hands on nobody or cutting them completely off. You just have to separate yourself for the time being. Once you reach a point in your life where somebody could be like, oh, you're ugly. And you're like, okay, and keep walking. And you don't eat yourself up for what they call you being ugly. You know you reached that point. They can call you fat, but you can say, okay, walk away. That's their opinion. That's their opinion. That's their opinion, y'all. Facts are rare. Some facts are not true. Even when the doctor tell you, oh, you're overweight. Cool. Is it a fact? In human standard, it may be a fact because he's a doctor, but you're a spiritual being. You're a soul living a spirit life. You know what I'm saying? So it's, yeah. I just wanted to say that because that's some things I had to bring to my attention to get where I'm at now. And I'm 22 years old, almost 23. Y'all, if you're a teenager, work on it now. I know school is stressful, job is stressful. I used to do work and school. And I used to have to worry about having a ride because I used to not be at work like on time. I know it's stressful, but when you keep working on it and make some time in your busy schedule, by the time in your early adulthood, yeah, you'll be thankful. Because when it gets, trust me, when it gets to adulthood, it's worse. Yeah. And not saying one is better than the other, because being a teen is hard too. But I'm saying it's gonna hit you harder because now you gotta worry about bills. Now you're worrying about this. Now you're worried about your love life. And then you gotta find some time to love yourself. Work on it while you're a teen, please. Because once you get older, you'll either be experienced, intermediate, somewhere along the way than you were before. And you'll thank yourself. And when somebody call you fat, you at a bar and everybody had a drink and this drunk person call you fat, or they say you ugly, or they say you're not pretty because you don't have a certain type of hair, you can just be like, okay, no need for physical violence, and walk off. No need for physical violence, and just walk off, because you know you're not going to eat yourself up over that thing. You're not going to eat yourself up over it. You're not. You're going to go home, give yourself some kisses, and feed yourself. But yeah, ignore my settings. Sorry, it's a little messy, but ignore that. And I just wanted to say that, and I hope you guys can apply that. And if you don't want to, that's completely fine. Like I said, you're your own person. You're living for yourself, so you don't have to listen to me. You don't. You know, work on what you want to work on. And where you think you need to start there. But yeah, my phone is dying, so I hope this is helpful. If it is, guys, I don't care about no subscribers, or likes, no comments. I just hope you can take it. I don't care about none of that. Just take it. It's hard. It's hard being a human. It is. And we already go through life experience of having to pay for basic necessities. So why beat ourselves up more and worry about more things when we can just solve what we can, which is our insecurity and our mental problems, and then deal with our outside issues. You can't deal with nothing outside if you don't deal with what's inside. I know it's scary because, like I said, I've been there, y'all. I'm a human. I have experiences too, and I'm scared. I'm still kind of scared, but just make it easy for yourself. You don't have to sit here and you don't want to think of every day, oh, I'm fat. I got acne. My hair's not like this. My eyes not like this. My feet don't look like this. My hands don't look like this. I got to get my nails done. Do that. If you want to do something to prove yourself, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, okay? That's another part of self-love. Do it for somebody else. Every time you think about it, okay, mom said I'm fat, I should lose weight. Tell yourself ill. Honestly, that'll help. Oh, my brother said I need to dye my hair blonde and, you know, be prettier. Ill. Tell yourself ill. When you snap yourself out of that and you say ill, yeah, you're going to be like, you're the best person to get yourself together. You really are. I know there's therapists. I know there's life coaches. And I know you may give up a lot of times and keep coming back to stuff, but it's a process, y'all. We're human. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, and hopefully that can help y'all. I hope you can apply it. I hope something clicks in your head and you start to work on yourself. That's all it really is. So yeah, again, my name is Tasha. I'm a human living a human life, experiencing things, and I hope I helped y'all. From one human to another, from one soul living a life to another soul living a life, you know? Yeah. and abundance, success, happiness. I hope it comes your way. But that's really what it is, positively living light. So yeah, good night, because it's kind of night where I'm at. So yeah, if you didn't hear it today, I love you. You're human. We gotta stick together, no matter what color. We gotta stick together. So yeah, good night, y'all. And I hope it helped y'all somehow.